A constant throughout the life of Beacon Productions has been the torch emblem of its logos. The designs may have changed over the years, but that torch has kept on flickering. The yellow flames of Beacon Productions. The actual Club Beacon, as we know it now, didn't exist in the early days. It was just an umbrella title for the productions of audio series Stephen Brown and Benji the Boo, and the name Beacon was only ever printed in the Stephen Brown newsletter. There was no logo, and for the first few video efforts in the early 1990s, a highly coloured caption screen was used. The music had been used, however, since day one, but even that music wasn't Beacon's. It actually comes from a children's information film about coloured crayons. Thankfully, the psychedelic slide was dropped from 1992, with instead this scrolling screen produced on an Amstrad home computer. In March 1993, the club's first official logo was introduced. Designed using a Microsoft package by Adam Shaw, it includes the first use of the torch, although it could be mistaken as an ice cream. And the Beacon music was changed for the first time in 5 years, with the introduction to a children's nursery rhyme used as a replacement. It was 1993 that actually saw Beacon become a club. We had our first social event, where we could unite the membership for the first time, and a committee was put in place. And the following year, 1994, saw the name Beacon extended to Beacon Productions, and a brand new animated sequence was introduced. Designed by Barry Mitchell using a Commodore Amiga, it incorporated a clapperboard for the first time and an improved torch. Halfway through the year, a more corporal sounding music track was also introduced. Apart from the addition of scrolling text indicating our 10th anniversary, the sequence remained the same until March 1998, when Barry's sequence was keyed over as a black background in place of the purple. This was used until the end of the decade. The music, borrowed from Stylus Video, had been introduced in January 1997. The new millennium brought about a timely update for both the logo and the sequence. Barry Mitchell's popular graphic was ditched after 6 years, and in its place came Mike Todd's stylish animation of a flaming torch. The clapperboard was replaced by rolls of film, and the logo was designed by Tom Colan. But the most significant debut here was the famous Beacon tune, composed by Jonathan Leach. By July 2004, all of Beacon's output was digital, but the logo sequence had been recorded in Super VHS, and after 4.5 years, it was beginning to look a little dated. Matthew Hampton designed a simple torch-formed sequence and logo, and John Leach's music was slightly shortened. Three years later, Beacon Productions' 20th anniversary, and change was very much in the air again. The club had been restructured and was now to have its name shortened back to just Beacon. Neil Miller redesigned the logo, and the sequence became the simplest and longest serving in Beacon's history. Over 9 years in operation, with John Leach's music, shortened even further, still in use. This sequence remained unaltered apart from the year 2012, Beacon's silver anniversary, where an appropriate silver logo was brought in. Skipping forward to January 2017, and it was all change again. The club reverted back to Beacon Productions, a brand new logo from Tim Pritchard was introduced, alongside Jordan Howard's animation that saw the reintroduction of the torch and the clapperboard. Action! But most significantly, after 17 years, John Leach's music was dropped, and in came John Sams. Join me for the last edition of our A to Z of Beacon Productions next time, the letter Z. Now, what could the letter Z stand for? Surely not.